Choi.
This is Anchor Gina Choi.
This is Anchor Mina Choi.
From Keep Up News. Today, we are going to talk about why BTS members have to serve the military service in South Korea.
And why military service is mandatory in South Korea. Since 1948, military service in South Korea became very important.
Right, there's a reason for it, right? It became so important that it was put into the constitutions of Korea, and it's in the Article 39. And it says here, all citizens shall have the duty of national defense under the conditions as prescribed by the Act. So Anchor Mina, who are mandatory to go to the military service?
Physically abled men who are aged 18 to 28 have to go to military service.
That's right. Women are not required to go. However, if they want to volunteer, they can. So back to the history. Mina, why was this military service so important in South Korea?
In 1950s, June 25th, there was Korean War.
Ba-bam! Okay, so then when has the war ended?
The war technically didn't end.
Oh, so the war is going on, you're saying?
Yeah, the war has been never ended. So we are still on a war.
Right. Even though the war is temporarily on ceasefire, the war also can be ongoing, right? If either party started to begin and continue the war.
So that's why it became important since then.
Exactly. That's why the Korea's DMZ has been established since 1953.
And since then, Korea has been divided into two separate countries, North Korea and South Korea.
And currently we're in, obviously, South Korea. Thus, the military preparation has been deemed necessary. You understand now, right?
Gina, then let's go back to BTS.
BTS members! Here's a key point. Why do BTS members have to go to the military service even though they are famous celebrities, right?
Yeah.
Who represent South Korea these days.
Exactly. So that's why there are pros and cons of BTS serving military service.
Right, so I'll start with the oldest member, Jin.
Jin is required to enroll the military service soon in 2020 December.
It's because he is the oldest member in BTS, right?
Starting from Jin, there are a lot of members
who need to serve the military service starting from 2020. Mina,
I
I heard that there's a specific year when all the BTS members can get back together as one group after serving all the military services.
Yes.
When is it?
It's 2027. Wow, 7 years
27?
later. Yes.
It's a whole 7 years we have to wait for these members to come back.
In 2023, there are only 3 members left.
3 out of 7? That's like less than half.
Yes, I know.
That's so sad. That's such a tragedy, right? Okay then, but there's another good news.
What is it?
Actually, in September 2018, the South Korea has reduced the mandatory military service period. For Army and Marines, they originally had to serve 21 months, but now it is
18 months.
And for Navy, it was originally 21 months, but now it became
20 months.
And for the Air Force, it was originally 24 months, but now it is
22 months.
So this is not too bad. I mean, it's a good period for BTS members to get into the military service, right?
It's better than nothing.
Is South Korea a country with the longest military service?
Singapore
And Israel
have made the mandatory service
has about 2 years. But there's one more country which has longest mandatory military service, right?
which is North Korea.
How long do they require?
They require 10 years of mandatory military service,
Okay, that's quite long.
which is 5 times more than South Korea. It's hard to compare with other countries. So Gina,
Yes.
can there be exemption for BTS members?
Okay, that's quite controversial. Some people believe that BTS members have to have an exemption. But some people think, that's not fair. All the physically available men have to serve the military service. So we can't decide which one is right.
What about athletes who got medals in the Olympics?
Okay, the South Korea has actually made a law. They can actually exempt people who won medals in Olympics as they represented South Korea since they contributed a lot to our nation.
Yeah?
In that sense, some say and some strongly argue that BTS members have contributed to South Korea as much as those athletes who won the gold medals.
Yes, because they got the first place in Billboard chart.
Exactly. But some people say it's only limited to athletes or it's only limited to people who can't serve the military service because of their healthy physical issues.
Oh yes, so it's quite controversial.
Right. So last but not least, in order to conclude our video, let's go through the time period starting from 2020 to 2027 to see who are the members left in BTS.
Okay.
In 2020, Jin leaves.
Goodbye, Jin.
Oh, hope you're safe. What about 2021, Nina?
In 2021, Suga leaves.
Bye-bye, Suga.
So there's only 5 members left.
In 2021. In 2022, J-Hope
And RM
leave
Bye-bye.
to the military service. Then how many members there are?
There are only 3 members.
Already 3 out of 7 in 2022.
Yeah?
However, there are 2 members coming back from the military service. Jin and
Suga.
Right, Jin and Suga come back in 2022 as the military service period is 18 months.
In 2023, Jimin leaves to the
Bye,
military
Jimin.
service.
Right. That makes the BTS members to only 3 members.
Yes, back to 3.
But Mina, there's someone who's returning back in 2023, right?
In 2023, J-Hope is returning back to BTS.
Right, making 4 members. Then, who's coming back in 2024?
In 2024, RM the rapper returns.
Finally, RM's back. Then, 2025, Jimin
And V,
returned back to the BTS members.
yay!
It's quite a long time. However, in the same year, 2025,
Jungkook leaves to the military. He's the last member to go to the army.
right, the army, the military service, and he comes back in
2027. That's why 2027 is the year when all the BTS members return.
right, that's the time when 7 members come back together. So we have to wait for 7 years for them to come back.
It's gonna be a long time.
So it's a whole lot of years, whole 7 years we have to wait for that. But people say it's it's a national duty. They have to serve the military service as a physically healthy guy in Korea.
But some people say that since they contributed a lot in South Korea, they should be exempted from military service.
Right. So I hope there can be a great solution.
Yeah?
That can be the best solution for BTS members and also for our nation, South Korea.
Yay! So I hope all of your curiosity is solved by now.
Yep. And if you have any other questions about military service, please leave a comment under here.
Thank you. If you guys liked our video, please press like
And subscribe.
and please share it with your friends and family.
Bye-bye. This was Anchor Choi.
This is Anne Romina Choi.
And we'll come back with better K-pop news.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.